Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga with Katharine. Today I wanted to give you an introduction to a yoga flow, so a very basic version of what to expect in a yoga class if you're nervous to start. So this is beginner friendly, but that's not to say that there won't be challenges. It's going to be both stretching and strengthening, and then incorporating those sort of base poses of yoga just to get you a little acclimated to it, especially if you're nervous. If you're used to doing yoga, you'll just know what to do. It'll be good for anybody that wants to incorporate a good workout and work through with the body, getting into those little nooks and crannies that maybe get abandoned every now and then, like our hips, our shoulders, and all of that. So kind of incorporating a full body flow in a basic way. So getting your confidence to maybe step into a yoga class or practice yoga more often. So that's kind of the aim. And also it's just a fun class. So I'm really excited to share it with you. So let's get started. We're going to begin today's class in child's pose. So you have an option either to bring your knees out as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, or you can bring your knees together and then just come forward into this kind of a child's pose. But if you do open up the knees, you'll be getting into the hips. Now, if this is too intense for you, feel free to grab a block just to pop underneath your bum here, and then you'll lift your hips up a little bit so it's not as intense on the hips. Up to you with what you want to do there, just providing different levels, different options. So whatever is most comfortable for you, just find a nice relaxing child's pose and just close off your eyes. Noticing how you feel in this moment. Just begin to do a detailed scan, muscle by muscle, bone by bone. What is sticking out to you in this moment? Maybe you feel a deep stretch in the hips. Maybe you feel a deep stretch in the shoulders. But I want you to hold this awareness with you throughout class. And that's really what I find most beautiful about yoga, is finding that awareness and connection to our body. We often go day to day sort of feeling these aches and pains, but not addressing them, not understanding them, and not actually acknowledging them. And I really want you to acknowledge what is going on in your body and what can you work towards to heal and repair that area. So we're really just focusing on healing, helping, rejuvenating, caring for, and acknowledging the body. Nice big inhale through the nose. And a huge exhale out and let it go. One more inhale through the nose, fill up. Feel the ribs expand until you really can't take any more air in, and once you have hit the top, release. On the next inhale, let's rise all the way up into a tabletop position, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Find a nice neutral spine, push out through the shoulder blades, and there we will have a nice long line coming from the top of our head all the way down to our bum. When you have found your perfect tabletop position, inhale, draw the belly button down towards the mat as you send your gaze out in front of you, cow pose. And then as you exhale, round the spine, drawing the belly button all the way up to the ceiling. Allowing our spine to be lubricated through this movement, threading through vertebra by vertebra. I always struggle to say that, but I like thinking of it that way, since they are stacked on one another, and just caring for each and every one of them, taking this nice and slow, making sure that you get every single one of them moving. Using the breath. And we'll do one more round. And whenever you're ready, let's meet in a neutral tabletop position. From From here, we're going to take down dog, nice and slowly. You're going to tuck the toes and then send the pelvis all the way up to the ceiling, keeping the knees nice and bent. Find that belly to thigh connection. Once you've found the belly to thigh connection, then slowly begin to bring your heels down towards the mat. Now, if they don't reach the mat, that's okay. Keep them wherever they stop. So you want to feel that deep hamstring stretch, and then, oh, my necklace is in my mouth. And once you found that, then that is your perfect down dog for right now. So make sure that you're drawing your chest down towards the mat. You're not rounding or anything to compensate and making your legs straight like that. Keep them bent rather with a nice straight spine. Inhale here, and then exhale, release. Pedal out the feet, lengthening one hamstring and then the other, seeing how far you can go on either leg. Okay, I should definitely take this necklace off next time. All right, and then we're going to find our neutral down dog. From here, we're going to shift the weight over to the left ever so slightly as we lift our right leg up. So sending your right leg up towards the sky, keeping the toes facing the ground, hips are square. We're not opening up just yet. We're keeping our hips nice and square. Inhale. As you exhale, see if you can step your foot through in between your hands. Now, the way I had somebody ask me the other day how to get their foot here, because it kind of just stops, right? Like, it feels like you can't get it. The real trick here is to hug the knee into the chest as much as possible. It takes core strength. Lift up the right onto the right fingertips and then step your foot through as far as it can possibly go. All right. From here, drop the left knee down and find a low lunge, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Tuck the pelvis in, lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulders down. Nice big inhale. And exhale it out. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Plant your left hand down on the mat, reach your right arm up towards the sky, shift your gaze up towards the ceiling as well. Let's take a breath here. And then exhale, release it back down. Find high plank, hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, getting that core strength, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you need to lower the knees, that's totally fine, but see if you can slowly lower down to the ground. So feel free to drop the knees, otherwise slowly lower down onto your belly. I'm on top of my microphone here. And we're going to find a cobra pose. So your hands are going to be directly beneath the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together, and the elbows are going to try and hug each other. And then you're going to inhale, lift, shift your gaze out in front of you, and you're lifting up the chest here. Little to no weight on the hands. Exhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shift your gaze out in front of you, lifting your chest up. Exhale, back down. Now we're going to tuck the toes, push back up to plank. Now remember, you can use your knees there and then push back down and facing dog. Beautiful job. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lift the left leg up, toes facing the ground, hips are square. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, hug the knee into the chest as you step through low lunge, dropping the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Tucking that pelvis in, drawing the shoulder blades down. Nice straight spine. Inhale. And exhale, release. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Plant the right hand down. Find easy twist, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful job, guys. Should feel that nice stretch in that glute. Fan the arm down, find high plank. We're here for 15, 14, 13. I'll count in my head. Keep breathing. Fire up the core, squeezing the bum, pushing out through the shoulders. 7, 6, 5, 4. Feel free to drop your knees if needed. 3, 2, and 1. We'll lower all the way down. Beautiful job. Inhale, cobra pose. Little to no weight in the hands. And relax back down. One more time. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. All right, so
we're going to change it up a little bit here. Lift your right leg up to the sky, but this time open up the hip, bend the right knee, and you'll feel a nice deep stretch in that hip flexor right now. So keeping the shoulders nice and square to the mat, but just opening up that hip and allowing a stretch there in that hip flexor. Take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, close the hip back, step it through, hugging the knee into the chest to get your foot through. And then slowly come up so that you can come into a high lunge. I know this takes a lot of balance and a lot of practice, so please don't feel discouraged if you fell out of this a little bit. I fall out of this all the time, so it takes a lot of practice. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to open up to warrior two. So your left foot is going to face the long edge of the mat, right foot's going to face the short edge. You're going to stack your chest on top of your hips right here, and you're going to bend deep into that right knee. Send both your arms out on either side of you. Now, I sometimes get a little flack for having my arms up here. I was a dancer, so I do tend to make things a little flary. So I would encourage you to add your own flair to things, but just touching on that. I know my back is facing you, I do apologize. Nice big inhale. And exhale out. Nice big inhale. And exhale, release. Now what we're going to do, we're going to inhale, bring both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, straightening that front leg. And back down. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. Beautiful job. From here, bring your right hand down towards the mat and then your left hand as well. And then we're going to find a high plank, but instead we're going to flip over to the other side to find a side plank. So drop your left knee down, reach your right arm up. Option to go into a full side plank if you'd like, but let's work the way up. If you're new to this, we'll work this up from a supported side plank. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, fan that hand back down, finding high plank. From here, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. We're going to do 3. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Last one. And release down. Push back, find downward facing dog. Oh, amazing job. All right. Inhale, left leg rises up. Open up the hip, bend into the left knee. Nice deep hip flexor stretch. Inhale here. As you exhale, hug the knee into the chest as you step it through and find a high lunge, reaching up to the sky, tucking that pelvis in. Keep a bend in both knees. If you feel a lot of tightness here, you don't really want to straighten it too much, but just bend even more if you're feeling like this is a bit too intense. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, let's find warrior two. So we've got hips beneath the chest here, reaching both arms out on either side of you. Right foot facing the long edge, left foot facing the short edge, really reaching out on either side of you. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, release. Fan the arms down, find a high plank. From here, drop the right knee down or just come straight into a side plank. If you've dropped the right knee, start to come into a side plank, reaching your left arm up towards the sky, and you can keep your gaze down towards the mat to help you balance. From here, you can also come into a full side plank. Inhale. And exhale, release, finding a high plank, and then we're gonna make our way down to the ground, hugging the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Last one, cobra. Exhale, release. Find downward facing dog. Amazing. All right, from here, I want you to shift your gaze out towards the top of the mat and take as many steps as you possibly can to bring your feet towards your hands. So you want to bring them as close as possible and also just take it nice and slow. From here, find ragdoll, so belly to thigh connection. Grab both your elbows and just relax the head and neck, allowing yourself to just fold over your legs. Getting a little deep into the low back and hamstrings. And then on your next exhale, you're slowly gonna roll all the way up. So take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, let's start to roll all the way up, releasing the arms, getting deep into the back, along the nerves. And when you reach the top, bring your feet out along your mat. So you're going to be facing the long edge of your mat, and we're just bringing our feet out nice and wide. From here, you're going to bring your feet slightly out so they're facing the corners of your mat. You're going to reach the arms up, lengthen the spine so they're on either side of you, and they are facing the ground, the palms of your hands. From here, flip the palms of your hands up as you lift your chest up, keeping your pelvis tucked in, so don't arch the spine here. We're lifting up the chest, inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to fold from the hips and slowly make our way down into a wide-legged forward fold. Now, if you need your blocks here, feel free to grab them, especially because we are going to do a few movements that will be a little bit tricky, especially if you don't have them. So using your blocks here, if not, you can just feel free to have a nice bend in the knee here. Try to keep your spine nice and straight. But if you are using your blocks, I'm going to use them with you. All right, so from here, we're going to slowly bend into our right leg, and you can come up onto the heel, flex your left foot, and point your toes up towards the ceiling. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, if you feel like you cannot go as low as I went, just go as low as you can until you feel a nice deep stretch on the inner thighs. Okay, so you can even just simply do this motion right here. It's doing the exact same thing, just not going as deep, and you can work your way up to going all the way down like so. And you can just use what you have. You know, if you need to come up even higher on the blocks, that's totally okay. If you don't have anything, you really can just bend your knees here and then just kind of use your hands and do very small movements. You're still going to get a great benefit, okay? So let's do one more on both sides. This is called Skandasana. Come over to the other side. Beautiful job finding our wide-legged forward fold again, except this time bringing the toes inwards, so they're kind of facing the long edge of the mat now and they're not facing outwards. And we're just finding our wide-legged forward fold. Just releasing the back of the hamstrings, maybe going from side to side, kind of just finding what feels good in this moment. Beautiful job. Slowly roll your way all the way back up. Amazing. And then take a step to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your hands to heart center and notice how you feel. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky again. Dive all the way down. You can keep your knees nice and bent. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Find high plank. From here, lower all the way down to the ground. And we'll do our last 3 cobras here. Inhale, lifting up the chest and drawing the shoulder blades together. And back down. Inhale, rise. And back down. Last rise. And back down. Beautiful job. All right, let's make our way to our bottoms. Bring both your feet out in front of you and flex them towards you. Your toes are facing the ceiling. Straighten the back, reach the arms up towards the sky, and then slowly fold over. Try to keep your back nice and straight, not rounded. Just stop where you feel like you can just bend your knees as well. You don't need to keep them straight. Just don't round and reach forward. It's just not a good place for your organs, not a good place for your spine. Keeping nice and lengthened here. And just being wherever you are, that's okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Nice big inhale.
as you exhale, fold forward, allowing each exhalation to take you even deeper. Inhale. Exhale, release. Feel free to tuck your chin in for a nerve stretch along the spine. Standing, roll all the way back up. From here, bend both your knees in front of you, feet hip-width distance apart. You're going to lift both your legs up, coming into boat pose. Feel free to have your hands behind you. We're just kind of practicing a little bit of balance and activating the hips here, so a little bit of active motion for the hips and core. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Nice and controlled. My clip's gonna get in the way there. There we go. Nice and controlled. All right, sometimes I end up on weird positions on the mat. You can always just shuffle your way around. I think a lot of people kind of feel like they should just be wherever they are. It's okay to shuffle around and make things more comfortable for you. All right, so let's bend the knees. And then really try to make your spine flush with the mat. Reach your right leg up towards the ceiling and then hook your right ankle behind your left knee. Send your left knee up so that you can feel a nice stretch in the right glute. Interlace the fingers behind your left knee and then draw that leg towards you. Remembering to keep the breath nice and steady. Last breath here. Release your left foot back down, send your right foot all the way up to the sky, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Left foot up to the sky, hook your left ankle behind your right knee, interlace the fingers behind your knee, and then draw that knee towards you. Keeping your spine flush with the mat, so don't lift up your bum here. Really noticing how this feels, which side felt tighter. Maybe this side is not as tight as the other. What were a few things that stood out to you in class that you felt were extra challenging and that you realize you could totally work on a little bit more, which is okay, guys. You know, I think I really get sad when I hear the words, I can't do that, my body doesn't do that. It's not necessarily that, it's that it takes practice. And if you've never done something before, how can you expect yourself to know how to do it, right? Like, it takes practice. It's not that you can't do yoga, it's that it takes time. All right, plant your right foot back down, send your right foot up towards the ceiling, and then bring it down. From here, hug your knees into the chest, but we're gonna round up. So we're gonna hug the knees and really tuck the chin in, give ourselves some love and appreciation for everything that our body is capable of. And then release. Reach for the outer corners of the feet as you stamp them towards the ceiling, finding happy baby. This is one of my favorite poses. It used to not be. I don't know, it felt kind of strange on my hips, so if you're there, that's okay. It will come. And hopefully sometime soon, if you practice this often enough, you'll start to feel that amazing feeling of what a great hip opener this really, I don't know why I can't talk today. What an amazing hip opener this really is. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring your feet back down, hug the knees into the chest, give yourself some more love, being ever so grateful for the body that you have. And then from here, take one more big squeeze, squeezing as hard as you can, and then slowly begin to release all the way into Savasana. Sending both your legs out long in front of you, your arms out long as well. Begin to melt into the earth, feeling the support of the ground, holding you, loving you just as it does every day, even when we don't think about it. Feel free to stay in Savasana or take the option of going on with your day, going on with your evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. But just a reminder to be extra grateful to yourself for showing up today. I appreciate you so much for practicing with me, and I can't wait to hear how it was. Definitely drop that in the comments. Let me know how it went for you. If this helped you at all, please do give me a like and a share as well if you know somebody that may need this class in their life. Thank you so much. Namaste.